You're watching Chicago Bears Now. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Give me a follow on Twitter at HGrahamNFL. More Bears news, nuggets, information, rumors, everything else you need to know over on my Twitter page. Let's take a look. Bears versus Bills preseason week 2 preview. We're going to take a look at 5 things that I am keeping my eye on during this matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. So we'll just start at the top here with the first item here between these two teams. But first, predict the score. Bills versus Bears. Get your score predictions in right now. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Who's going to win? What's the score going to be? I want to know right this second here on the show. All right, so 5 things to watch out for during this preseason game. Number 1, more drives for Andy Dalton. This is something that needs to happen. This is something that Matt Nagy says will happen. He has said that Dalton and the starters need and will get more snaps during this second preseason game against Buffalo. Obviously, Dalton only played, I believe, 6 or 7 plays against the Miami Dolphins. Got 2 drives, 2 of 4, 18 yards. Not really much to show for a while the time he was out there. He needs more reps. He needs to get more run with these starters, especially if he is going to start the season as the starting quarterback. So Andy Dalton getting more drives, getting more snaps, getting more opportunities, getting more comfortable. Those are some things I'm going to be keeping an eye on during this game when the Bears take on the Bills. And this could be the most we see the starters in the preseason, although Matt Nagy says that a lot of the starters will play against Tennessee in the 3rd preseason game as well. What do you guys think? Will Andy Dalton throw for a touchdown against the Buffalo Bills on Saturday? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Go ahead, get your votes in down in the comments. Will Andy Dalton throw for a touchdown against Buffalo? Go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Today's show, one of our sponsors is Magic Spoon, and you can get $5 off at magicspoon.com/Bears. Take advantage of their delicious cereal that is also very, very healthy. 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar. They have tons of flavors that are delicious as well. Peanut butter, frosted. You can get the cocoa as well, and tons of different limited time cereal flavors that they always offer. Get $5 off, magicspoon.com/Bears. We'll have a link in the comments, the description, the live chat. Take advantage of this childlike cereal for grown-ups because it's sweet and delicious, and it's absolutely healthy with 0 grams of sugar. Take advantage, link right down below, magicspoon.com/Bears. That'll get you $5 off. All right, number 2, Justin Fields. Is he going to impress again? I hope so. That's something I'm keeping an eye on. Can he build on his first performance against the Miami Dolphins, which he obviously started a little slow in that game. But if he has another big game here, and let's say Dalton is just kind of up and down, okay, dare I say throws an interception, then, if you're Matt Nagy, you have to at least reconsider the idea of potentially making this a more open competition, which that's not the case right now, according to Nagy. Fields was obviously really good in the opener against the Dolphins. 14 of 20, 142 yards, couple of touchdowns, 1 running, 1 throwing. Showed off the wheels as well with 33 rush yards. After halftime, once he was able to take a breath and kind of hit the reset button, he was really good in that second half with when he went 8 for 9 against the Dolphins in that 3rd quarter. I thought he was really good in those 2 touchdown drives. I'm excited to see if Fields can repeat that performance and maybe even perform better. If he does that, things are going to heat up between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. Who will play better against the Bills? What do you guys think? Type AD for Andy Dalton. Type JF for Justin Fields. Get your votes in. Answer carefully because it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Ah, yes. 3rd thing to watch. Mitchell Trubisky's return to Chicago. Hey, Mitch is back. He is back. It only took 1 preseason game with another team before he returned to Soldier Field. Welcome back. It'll be good to see number 10. Be curious to see how much he plays for Brian Daboll. I'm not really sure how much Josh Allen will play, if at all, for the Bills. If he doesn't play or if he doesn't play that much, I would expect Trubisky gets a decent amount of reps here. I think he only played 1 series in the Bills preseason opener. Obviously, things did not work out that well during his time in Chicago. Some ups, some downs. Who knows what would have happened if the double doink doesn't happen in 2018. But he's found a new home with the Bills. It'll be good to see him. It'll be fascinating to see what type of entry he receives from Bears fans, because I would expect another jam-packed Soldier Field, just like we saw in the preseason opener against the Dolphins. So maybe you're going to the game, and if you're not, let me know what you would do either way if you were at this game. Type C if you would cheer Trubisky on. Type B if you would boo him. Fascinated to see what the results of this question are. C for cheer, B for boo. What would you do once Mitch Trubisky jumped onto the field? All right, how about Eddie Goldman's return? I assume he'll play in this game. He's back at practice, cleared COVID protocols, and all of that. We haven't seen him in a game in almost 2 years. He needs to play. We need to see Eddie Goldman get back out there, knock a couple people around, and just get that feeling of hitting people and getting pushed back as well from offensive linemen. I need to see Eddie Goldman. I hope he plays, and I hope he plays well. Obviously, he's a guy that can really set the tone on a defensive front because he can stuff the run, he can eat up multiple blockers, allow those linebackers to run freely, both in the pass and in the run defensive schemes, and it frees up guys like Khalil Mack off the edge to get more opportunities one-on-one to get after the quarterback. So I think missing him last year was significant. I think that was a big deal, and I'm hoping that now that he is back, he will play pretty well and play a lot better this year, considering he wasn't there last year. So Eddie Goldman, keeping an eye on him. Quick question here. Out of these 5 things, how many of them have you done? Number 1, have you been to an NFL game? 2, have you gone to a Bears home game? Have you gone to a Bears road game? Have you bought a Bears jersey before? Have you ever bet on a Bears game? Out of these 5 things, how many have you done? Obviously, 0 to 5. Any number is applicable. I've done 3 of the 5. You guys can feel free to guess which ones I have and haven't done. But that last one says, have you bet on a Bears game? If your answer is no, or even if your answer is yes, I'm going to tell you about the place that gives you the best opportunity to make money when betting on the Bears. That is BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. Must use that link to get our promo deal, and it's a great one. Promo code BEARDOWN, that gets you a 125% deposit bonus. You can bet on this preseason matchup against the Buffalo Bills. The Bears are 5-point favorites. The over-under is set at 38.5. I love the under on Saturday. I think that is where the money can be had. Chatsports.com/Bears. Use that promo code BEARDOWN. It's all in one word, but you got to use our link to get that promo code. Chatsports.com/Bears. If you're watching live, that link is in the live chat. All right, 5th thing here, wide receiver competition. Let's see how this depth continues to play out here. If we see more Andy Dalton, if Fields plays a lot, which I expect he will, and Matt Nagy says he will, these wide receivers should get some good opportunities. Obviously, Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney, they're locks to make this team. I think Damiere Byrd makes the team, but after that, it's kind of an open comp still. We already saw Jester Weah and Justin Hardy get cut, but Daz Newsome, Riley Ridley, Javon Wims, Rodney Adams, John V. Johnson, Chris Lacey. The pressure's on. There's about 8 dudes competing for 4 spots for this roster, and I think all of them have at least a chance to make this roster. So this is the time. You got to show out. It's show out or go home. It's as simple as that for a lot of these depth pieces at wide receiver. I love the competition Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace created this offseason. I think the best will emerge over the next couple of weeks. So these are the 5 things I am watching out for when the Bears take on the Bills on Saturday afternoon, which, by the way, we will be live for a live watch party, so make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/Bears Now. More drives for Dalton. Justin Fields impressing again. We'll see. Trubisky's return, Eddie Goldman's return, and then, of course, the wide receiver competition, see how these guys perform. Who you got? Buffalo, Chicago. Get your votes in. Type BUF for the Buffalo Bills. Type CHI for the Chicago Bears. The stage is set for NFL preseason week 2.